That's why it feels great. Maraming salamat for having us here. Yusek Leslie Cordero, magandang gabi. And I'd like to say that it is such an honor to share the stage with you, Ma'am Maria Ressa, our idol in media. Good evening po sa inyo. And to all our youth leaders who are here, to all the representatives, we have our youth leaders from Pasay who are here, our liberal youth, members of the National Youth Commission, and we also have our partners from Rappler. And I'm so proud to say, ma'am, since you presented Project Agos, that yes, we are proud partners of Project Agos. So in behalf of the National Youth Commission, allow me to deliver our response. Dear participants, a pleasant evening to all of you. You know, I have received, modesty aside, a couple of, or just a few acting awards, but I must say that this Freedom Flame Award is the real thing. It deals with real life situations, and this is something that I will remember forever and will serve as an inspiration. Kaya maraming salamat sa FNF. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak on behalf of young people whose vision, creativity, and passion for doing great things are truly a marvel to behold. Allow me to first express my gratitude to the leaders of Freedom Flame and the organizers of this event for having chosen me, your humble servant, to be a recipient of the Freedom Flame Award. Especially since my personal philosophy on empowering, participative, and people-centric leadership coincides well with the core advocacies and principles of FNF for Freedom. In accepting this humbling award, I take with me a newfound inspiration to forge on in speaking for the advocacies of the FNF to as many spectra and sectors of our society. It seems to me that the collective contention that the youth is a force to reckon with in our fight to preserve our Mother Nature is already a proverbial truth. It is rather plain to say that the young people are part of the solution to the problem of climate change. The youth indeed should be involved in every effort to raise awareness against the dangers of climate change. And since young people are the ones easily moved by noble causes to rise above the occasion, the youth must therefore take the front seat in galvanizing a significant force of manpower to make climate change a history. This, however, an equally compelling truth that we must also give due attention, and it lies in the call to action. Example, in giving concrete actions to the truth about our roles as guardians of our nature. Crucial questions need to be answered here, such as, how do we accomplish our vision to mitigate the impact of climate change and work our way towards effectively addressing it? How do we create a culture that seeks to always promote the primacy of Mother Nature's welfare? How do we put these ideas into concrete actions? If the vision calls for involvement, our mission therefore calls for action. Herein, I wish to propose two ways. First, I could no less emphasize the importance of education. Education is the first step towards a prolonged appreciation of the fight for our Mother Nature. Here, I'd like to borrow the interplay of Filipino words, pag may alam, mas may pakialam. Knowledge breeds actions. Actions, meanwhile, are but consequential to what you know. If we know something, then we can act upon that which we know. Which is why we must continue to do our research to ensure that what we know reaches more people, and that the truth about the ill consequences, the utter neglect of Mother Nature, can be costly to our present and future societies. Only adequate and effective education can ensure the perpetuation of learning from one generation to the next. Second, while many projects may be contributory to the goal, we could focus on initiatives that have concrete impacts on protecting our fast denigrating nature. Our gathering and conference today, for instance, should lead to concrete actions that are geared towards education and protecting our environment. Many dialogues have already been done for the same purpose. But what would set this conference apart from other conventions lies in our capacity to conceive action plans for our causes. Ultimately, both education and action are aspects in which the youth can take part of significantly. Time and again, as Commissioner at Large for the National Youth Commission, I have called for a greater appreciation of what the youth can do for our country. Battling the ill effects of climate change is of the same occasion. If we can only tap the promise of the power of the young people, we can enlighten significant progress in our fight for Mother Nature. This call to nature and this call to action, my dear friends, throws us back to the time when our parents and elders, young as they were, once stood up for the noble causes of democracy and freedom in the EDSA Revolution during 1986. We take inspiration from them. We take our cue from the power of the young people, shown in the way they galvanized themselves to become the force of power the world will know of as the power of the people power in a bloodless revolution. The revolution nowadays takes in a new form. This is now the fight not only for our own land, but our home as humanity. May our finest examples of nobility shine forth from our land to our world, seeking for new inspiration to fight climate change. Good evening and thank you once again.